All right, so again, I'm catching up on a lot of daily Stoic reading. So here is another really interesting passage that I wanted to share. So I'll read the whole thing. I highlighted only a part of it, but I'll read the whole thing for context. Just as we commonly hear people say that doctor prescribed someone particular riding exercises or ice baths or walking around without shoes, we should in the same way say that nature prescribed someone to be diseased, disabled, or to suffer any kind of impairment. In the case of the doctor, prescribed means something ordered in order to help someone's healing. But in the case of nature, it means that what happens to each of us is ordered to help aid our destiny. Now, this is probably a controversial view, right? That someone's suffering is prescribed by nature in order to help aid our destiny. But for me personally, I do agree with that. For my personal situation, I should say I agree with that, because without chronic health issues for the last 10 years, I would be a very, very different person. I would not be as empathetic. I wouldn't understand the hardships of others. I wouldn't be in tune with that. I probably wouldn't have found stoicism, right? There's all these parts of who I am today, and I'm really grateful to be who I am today. I'm proud of how hard I had to fight and the challenges that I had to overcome in order to get where I am today. And so, you know, if that was what I needed in order to be destined to the person that I am, there's a tax for everything. And the tax of being where I am today is health issues. You know, that's one way of looking at it. And so this is definitely something that's really interesting that I'm gonna need to meditate on a little bit more and reflect on. But I have thought a lot about this. People, you know, saying like, oh, would you not want to have those health issues? And I'm like, I would be a very different person if I didn't have these health issues, if I didn't have these challenges. And so, you know, I'm grateful for them. They are a gift in some respects, right? It doesn't take away from the challenge, from the hardship, for the daily struggles, for the pain. But it does kind of help to be like, this is the cause of it, this is what causes it, is that you will become so much better of a person because of it, and it's just the tax of having an incredible life. And I need to remind myself of that a lot, and so I just wanted to share because I think that's super interesting. Wow, okay, so the most wild thing just happened. So I'm always in this corner when I'm outside because it's just protected from the wind. The sun is here, I'm not in the shade. Ah, it's beautiful. And in this corner, off to the side here, I'll show you, right here, this corner here, is the wasp corner. So I even took a video earlier today of 2 wasps that had fallen, because they're all up there, had fallen and were just fighting each other on the ground. And I thought it was funny. I was making all these jokes in my head, like, oh, it's a marital dispute, or, you know, but just fighting. So I'll insert the video here so you can see what I'm talking about. And then, just as I was coming out, we just got home, I drove my mom to her kidney stone appointment because she's had kidney stones the last 2 years. Drove my mom there, chauffeured her back, coming out, bringing all my stuff out here, my laptop, my water, some snack, the whole shebang, right? As I'm walking back to go back inside to grab one more thing, what happens but 2 wasps fall on me, and not just on me. I am wearing a camisole, and they fell in between my bosoms and were in my cami. And I immediately knew what had happened because I could hear them buzzing, and I knew that I'd walked too close. Usually I try to walk out and around because they fall probably, you know, once an hour. Like, they are just fighting all the time. And oh my God, it was so scary. They did not sting me. Thank you, nature. Thank you, wasps. They were too busy fighting each other to even realize that they had landed in a moving vessel as I was walking. And I was just like, boop, popped them out and just freaked out. Yeah. So I almost just died, but we're okay now. Only me, you know what I mean? That 2 wasps would fall into my shirt. Into my shirt. Oh. All right, I'm just so grateful they didn't sting me and that I get to spend more of this beautiful time outside. I'm so excited. I have two little things here where my mask, I have a mask frame, and so they always push into my skin. But anyway, we're out here. We got a little bit of apple cider from the orchard we go to. I begged my mom for it because usually we don't splurge on that, but we did. I have some scones here that my dad made. I am just feeling so grateful to be out here and be unstung. So yes, time to get some work done now. All right, I have finally officially done it. I did it, I did the thing. I linked a newsletter for myself, for my own personal Catalyzing Positive Change newsletter, and I'm so excited to show it to you. Here it is. All right, so we have our October favorites up and ready to go. So far it's just me. I just published it, so hopefully we'll get more subscribers than just me. But on the first of every month, I share a curated collection of my favorite podcast quotes, books, videos, and tips. So excited for this, and I hope that people like it. We'll see. So if we click here on it, it looks a little bit different than my own personal newsletter on MailChimp. Oh my gosh, we already have 5 subscribers. Thank you so much. It's in a little bit of a different format, so I know different people like different things. Some people don't really like MailChimp, so this is just kind of less personal. These are just my favorite things from the month that I've found, and I hope are helpful for other people. So here's my favorite quote, my favorite mentor advice, and I love this because I can tag my mentors on LinkedIn as well. So Sam Beard, he has LinkedIn, so I get to tag him. I get to tag Multiplying Good. Here is a tip of the month. Here is a space. I'm gonna have to fix that. It did not show up before. My favorite video of the month, which was a TEDx talk, podcast, article, book, an excerpt from a book, and then my favorite vlogs, because this is in the other one as well. And then thank you for being a part of my community. I had put this one very small on the side, like on the side of this. I don't know why it's so massive. Ugh, I hate when it looks different than when I did it. But I'm so freaking excited. Let's refresh the page and see if we get more subscribers. This is the fun part. It's just like, oh, we got 13. Oh my gosh. The rest of the day, I'm just gonna watch that number hopefully grow. I'm so excited. All right, so as the sun is going down here, I am reading an introduction to quantum human design that one of my mentors, Robert, sent me. Huge shout out, Robert. Thank you so much. I love this sentence and I really wanted to share. Our soul manifests on earth to experience whatever they need to experience to add to the growth of the universe. I love that idea. I love that thought of our soul experiencing whatever it needs to experience to add to the growth of the universe. Even if that's, you know, a negative emotion, even if that's a really tough, challenging time, that is adding to the growth of the universe. Even if we push through that so that life is all the sweeter, when we have those beautiful, good moments where we're not in pain or we're not experiencing challenges, that is adding to the growth of the universe. I mean, that is just a beautiful, beautiful thought that I wanted to share with you, and that you can hopefully take into your day, and maybe it resonates with you too, because I was just like, wow, that's beautiful. All right, I'm gonna go back to reading.